possibility curve. Hello students, in this lesson I'm going to discuss the production possibility curve. So at the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain the concept of production possibility curve. Explain the relationship between production possibility curve and opportunity costs. So let's begin. One basic problem which faces all economists is the problem of what to produce. Now, in trying to determine what to produce, the society has to decide on the amount of resources to devote to the production of all possible combinations. So, the production possibility curve, the PPC, or the production possibility boundary, is referred to as a curve or a graph showing the possible combinations of commodities that can be produced in a given economy, given the prevailing level of technology. That is, if all the available resources are effectively utilized. For example, a water producing company has 4 machines, 2 for the production of sachet water and the other 2 for the production of bottled water. Her electricity can only power 3 of the machines at a time. So if he wishes to increase the production of bottled water, it means he has to turn on 2 machines for bottling and 1 machine out of 2 for the machines for sachet water production. So the cost of increasing the quantity of bottled water produced is the second sachet water machine that was turned off. Now let's represent this example diagrammatically. We have 2 goods here, good Y and good S. Let's say good Y is the bottled water and good S the sachet water. Now let's assume that the company is producing at full capacity as shown in the line of the graph. At point A, sacrificing some power to produce the sachet water will bring us to point X at the S-axis of the graph. Now, if the company decides to produce at point B, it will further decrease good Y while increasing good X. So the purple line, as you can see on the screen, is the sign that the company is producing at full capacity. While at point C, inside the graph, means that resources are not fully utilized. That is, with less than its capacity, and point C is the inefficient point. While point D, outside the graph, is beyond capacity. At point D, production is not possible. Moving forward, we will look at the laws of diminishing marginal utility. This law states that as a consumer consumes more and more units of a particular commodity, utility will increase up to a certain point when decrease in satisfaction, or what is known as disutility, will set in as a result of continuous consumption of the same commodity. The more this little girl consumes this apple juice, the satisfaction or utility derived from it diminishes as the consumption of the juice from a certain point increases. Another example is the restaurant owner with only one employee that provides service to his customers. At first, his monthly profit was just $4,000. Now, this restaurant owner decide to employ an additional waiter in order to increase his revenue. On the second month, his revenue increases to 6,000. So he decided to employ a third waiter. The monthly profit now increases to $6,500. And in order to increase his profit, he decided to employ the fourth worker. And as you can see, the profits now began to decrease. This means that profits can only rise to a certain point as a result of an increase in labor, but will rise no further as soon as it gets to its point of saturation. So we'll look at the relationship between the average product and the marginal product. Beginning the marginal product. You should note that whenever the marginal product is greater than the average product curve is increasing, while marginal product curve lies above the average product curve. Secondly, when marginal product is less than average product curve is decreasing, while marginal product curve lies below the average product curve. Number 3, at the maximum point of the average product curve, marginal product is equal to the average product. And at this point, marginal product curve cuts the average product curve from above. So let's take them one after the other as we use our graph to represent all of these. Now, with the graph before you, we are going to take the first illustration. This is the marginal product curve, that is MP. Then we have the average product curve, the AP. At point 3 at the x-axis, the average product curve is 4, just below the marginal product curve, which is at 9. So here the average product curve is less than the marginal product curve. Taking the second illustration, which says that when the marginal product curve is less than the average product curve, the average product curve decreases. At point 9 at the x-axis, marginal product curve decreases to 3, while the average product curve lies above the marginal product curve. As in this stage, the marginal product curve is less than the average product curve. At the third point, when the average product curve is maximized, the marginal product is equal to the average product. At point 7 on the x-axis, here the marginal product and the average product meets at point 6 of the graph. So in this instance, the marginal product curve and the average product curve are equal, as we can see in the graph. Now, the relationship between the total product curve and the marginal product curve include: 1. When the total product is increasing, the marginal product is also increasing, but must be below the total product, except when the first unit is consumed. Secondly, when the total product is maximized, the marginal product is always equals to 0. While when the total product curve begins to decrease or decline, the marginal product in this case is usually negative. So you should note that the assumption of the law of diminishing marginal utility stated earlier is that all commodities are divisible into small units, which is not always realistic. Summary. I began this lesson by defining the production possibility curve as a curve or a graph showing the possible combinations of commodities that can be produced in a given economy, given the prevailing level of technology and the available resources. I also looked at the relationship between the total product, the average product, and the marginal products. Ensure you attempt all quizzes and assignments in this module. See you in my next class.